Getting you the live updates of the UNHRC meeting on Afghanistan, which is underway, where India has just spoken at the event, saying when it comes to the UNHRC and what has been India's role so far, and also appealing that the nations must come together to make sure Afghanistan is not used for terror activities. India has also said when it comes to the rights of the women, children and the minority communities, that must be respected. And we hope that Afghanistan and its land is not used by terrorists and terror groups, and all international community must come out in support of Afghanistan.
All sections of Afghan society, voices of Afghan women, aspirations of Afghan children, and the rights of minorities must be respected. Stability in Afghanistan is essential for peace and security in the region. We hope that the territory of Afghanistan is not allowed to be used by terrorist groups such as Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. We, the international community, must extend full support to the people of Afghanistan in their desire for peace, stability and security, and enable all Afghans to live in peace and dignity. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you very much, Madam President, Madam High Commissioner, Excellencies, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would like to express my gratitude to the OIC Group and our coordinator for their support for co-convening of this timely special session. I also would like to thank the wider membership of the Human Rights Council and the observer states who joined in great numbers, stating their support for this special session. Colleagues, we started this session with a heavy heart and deep concerns about what future holds for Afghanistan and the region. The current situation in the country and its recent developments are critical and requires your utmost attention and action. Millions fearing for their lives, and a humanitarian crisis is unfolding as we speak. The people of Afghanistan in particular, the thousands of human rights defenders, journalists, academics, professionals, civil society members and former security personnel who were the backbone, and we hope still will be, of a contemporary and democratic society, and whose lives and livelihoods are at risk. The millions of Afghan girls and women who have currently lost their access to education, freedom to work and participate in the political and social life of their country. Over 4 million internally displaced people who currently live with little to no humanitarian support. And many more Afghans who are fearful of their lives and their future. They deserve your full support here at this Council, at least your moral support. Because, ladies and gentlemen, on many other forums and platforms, the Afghans were told that the conflict in Afghanistan does not have a military solution. They were told that the just and enduring peace will come through negotiating tables in the luxury hotels of the region. They were told that their rights, their dignity, and their dreams for a better future will not be traded. Alas, the dire predicaments of the Afghans today, from the gut-wrenching incidents at the Kabul airport to atrocities in the plains of Spinbolak in Kandahar, and the displaced people and the besieged valleys of the Hindu Kush, tell us a different story. That there could be military solution, even if short-lived. That the civilized and rule-bound communities could be abandoned overnight, and that atrocities could not be condemned and could be forgotten. Madam President, the situation on the ground is uncertain and dire. It requires serious attention, responsibility and accountability. We witness a high number of serious violations of international humanitarian law and human rights abuses which are documented, and most of those gruesome videos are available online. While some Taliban were and are still talking differently, restrictions and violations are already taking place as we speak. Women's rights in particular, including incidents of forced marriage, restriction on freedom of movement, access to education and workplace. Media outlets are being intimidated and controlled, and in some cases, door-to-door searches are being carried, examples of which was reported last week to the UN. Civil society activists, women rights defenders, journalists, and many more fear retribution and setback for their works and accomplishment in the past 20 years. The international community, in particular this Council, call upon the Taliban and all parties to respect international human rights law and international humanitarian law and ensure the safety and security of all Afghans. Madam President, Madam High Commissioner, beside the protection, this is a key moment for the Human Rights Council to embrace the preventive role that it has many times spoken about. Dear colleagues, due to whatever excuses, this session may fall short of establishing a fact-finding mission as we requested, to look into the past violations and abuses, help accountability and justice for all, and to prevent future atrocities. We still hope and we urge you that the outcome of this session delivers a strong message to all parties, including the Taliban, that abuses and violation of human rights law and international humanitarian law undermines both peace and justice and will have consequences. Many of you may have seen devastating images from Kabul airport. This utter desperation for a way out of Afghanistan conveys a sense of fear and uncertainty many Afghans feel. We call upon all states to keep their borders open, to facilitate the exit and provide access for all Afghans, for the ones who are most at risk and who wish to leave. Seeking asylum is a human right, and we urge you to welcome all those in need. Madam President, ambassadors, and whosoever listens to me at this moment around the world. As an engaged and concerned citizen of Afghanistan, and as a student of history of my country, let me end my statement by reminding all of us that the main lesson from the past 100 years of our history is that a durable peace and a sustainable state in a multi-ethnic and diverse Afghanistan requires a practical and endogenous political structure, a governance, a polity insusceptible to authoritarianism and the dictatorship of any type or manifestation. Hence, there is no alternative to the establishment of a right-based, pluralistic, broad-based government that includes all ethnic groups and women representatives in an open manner. While some states have adopted the policy of wait and see, the human rights system cannot and should not wait and see. We need attention and action for this. We urge you to remain fully engaged and abreast of the situation in Afghanistan. And I thank you.
Well, that was